Hey, this is Chandanabawa, Access Consciousness Certified Facilitator from New Delhi, India. And I'm here to speak with you about creating, creation, creating, creativity. These are words that we have used and we have heard time and again in different contexts. Generally, in our perception, in our way of looking at creation, it's generally been about a painting, or about a book, or about a movie, or something that is substantial enough to be seen, to be recognized as a creation, right? So what if today I was to ask you, what if every moment of your life you are creating? What if every breath that you take, every single breath that you take, you are creating? What if you could be present with every creation of yours, guys? What would you choose to create then? How much force do we use to stop our creations and to convince ourselves that we can't do what the others can do? To convince ourselves that we're just not as lucky as they are, and to convince ourselves that it's just a hopeless situation. When we talk about those kind of energies, there's just so much of force that that we use to stop ourselves. That we like continuously, it's like a continuous force, a continuous pressure that we are putting downwards on our creation, so it doesn't move up, so it doesn't outcreate itself, so you don't outcreate yourselves. And everything that is, destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, online shots, boys and beyonds. So, what if instead of using force and instead of using that pressure, we could just be? Now, what is that be? We continuously say it and we are using that word in access so much. And often people ask me, hey, what is be? You know, you keep asking me, are you willing to be? So, being, when I ask you that question of are you willing to be, and are you willing to be that energy of just creation without using any force, without doing anything, without really having the need to do something, to create something, but just by being the energy of that creation. Is that even possible in this reality, guys? That's a question that people would ask you, that you have to always be doing. Now, there's a difference between do and action. Yes, you do have to take action. It's like if I'm sitting on my sofa and saying, okay, I want to be rich. I'm being rich. I am being rich. I'm being rich. I'm just watching television. I'm just drinking a glass of wine and I'm saying, I'm being rich. I'm being rich. Oh, well, I'm just living in a fool's paradise. I'm just living in a space where I am actually fooling myself and distracting myself from choosing greater. That's where I am not energetically congruent with what I'm actually asking for. And that creation of mine, that very ask of mine, is, is just something that I'm using to distract me from actually choosing greater. It's like how many of us are asking to distract ourselves? Yep. How many of us are asking without being the energy of the ask? So we can prove that we asked, but it never happened. So everything that is, can you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So guys, what if today you could actually just ask yourselves that where am I stopping me? Where am I stopping my creation? How much force am I using to stop me from being? And everything that is, I destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. What if just for a moment, what if you could actually step beyond the ask and be the creation of what you are asking for? What if instead of stopping you from being from being that from being that energy of, you know, of stopping you of stopping you from actually being, I'm sorry about that little interruption. Running a home too, you know. So what if you could actually stop yourself from stopping you? What if you could just, for a moment, take a deep breath in of all those possibilities, of all those asks, of all those creations that are there in your universe and that you are not aware of. And what if you could just exhale all those have tos, all those I shoulds, all those agendas? And what if you could start to create from that space by asking a question of what energy, space, and consciousness can I and my body be to outcreate this and for all of this to come to fruition with total ease? And everything that doesn't allow that, destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So are you willing, guys, to actually step into your ask to have that creation show up? And everything that doesn't allow that, destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So today I'd like you to look at all those areas of your life where you've decided that there has to be force to create something. No pain, no gain. Look at all of that and ask yourself, what if I could have ease with my creation? What would I be creating then? What if I knew what if I knew actually? I'm sorry about that, because you do know. So everywhere that you are unknowing, you're knowing. Can you destroy and uncreate that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So step into that creation, guys, of allowing yourself to create without stopping you, of allowing yourself to be the energy of creation instead of being the force of creation. And everything that doesn't allow that, destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, online shots, boys and beyonds. So do look up more about that wonderful clearing statement, which is actually a magical statement of access consciousness. You will find more of it on the net. And I hope to see you soon. Bye, guys.